Okay, rolling.
And this is 4 beats, take one.
Welcome to Watch
No,
My
wait. You gotta wait till Roy.
okay.
Bro, you've been in this before.
My bad. Today is a very special day. We don't even want to prolong this anymore. We have our one and only head of production and development, Michael Essey, on our episode, finally!
Mickey Hollywood.
Yeah.
Mickey,
boys.
a.k.a.
Yeah,
Mickey
baby.
Hollywood. Exactly. Awesome, man. Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy to see you.
Finally
brother.
made it onto this podcast.
Exactly, and this is going to be super interesting. So today, our main highlights are definitely going to be about Michael Essey and his past and his present, and then his future. How you guys feeling about this setup, huh?
It's beautiful, man.
Right? On
Yeah.
the beach.
Beautiful. Dude.
On the beach,
Yeah,
baby.
we're about
On the beach.
we're quite a bit of way out of Dubai.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out, man.
Yeah, it
Was
took
a
us.
Let's
trick.
get out of here.
Was a trick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that we're here.
Mikey, let's start off. Give us a bit about your take on the industry, the film industry, as we say, the production side of it, your background.
I've always said it from the very beginning that filmmaking is always the unholy marriage between money and art, which is basically producer and director.
Exactly.
So that's it. Everything else falls under that. And look, I've been in the business now 22 years.
Oof.
It's an old soul.
Old soul.
It's an old soul.
You
Lot
definitely
of
gonna have some
wisdom.
stories on
A lot
that
of
one.
wisdom.
And some of the best stories are from the younger days when you were just a runner on set and running around doing stuff he knows.
Yeah.
Looking at that, since you have such a big timeline in the industry, what is it that you see that was in the past and now in the future? Like, what's the difference? What's good? What's bad? What do you think most people struggle with?
Evolution. That's a problem. It's the old 90s golden era of Hollywood, how they used to do things and how things are done. And with new tech coming out all the time, these, baby boomers and millennials that are still running all of these major production companies, they take a long time to adapt to new technology. And the youngsters that are coming up are picking up so much faster.
Yeah.
And it just, these guys with all these years and decades of experience behind them, they struggling to pick up on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, the world is changing around us every single day, and it's just getting faster and faster.
Yeah,
and
it's a
faster.
fast moving.
It's like pushing at
massive
constantly.
pace, man.
It
Yeah.
flies.
Quick,
It's
fast.
good.
fast.
It's exciting.
It's easy to learn. It's where you gain experience. Why people want experience is because of the network and the resources you have behind you. So they phone you, and you can troubleshoot a problem infinitely faster than someone else can do it, and that's why people hire you. So production itself is easy part, because there's 5 stages to production, to any film or any kind of shoot. There's the development side, which is the creative side, the scripting, the creating the idea. There's the pre-production side, which is planning for what you've got. Production, post-production, and then distribution. Or the old stage of distribution was studio system, but now it's streaming online. Production is what everybody sees. That's what everyone, the whole audience out there, when they see a movie trailer, that's what they see. They see the costumes and the wardrobes and the explosions, and they go, oh my God, the film industry is so massive and amazing, and it is, but that's the only side they see. They don't see the years and months of work that go into before the shoot
Exactly.
even happens. The time I get to a shoot and I'm ready to hand over to Steele to start directing, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. I
I've
remember.
gone through hell and back to get
Yeah.
everything locked down, locations, planning, trucks, equipment, everything. So there's a lot more to it than what people think. They just see the
1 minute
the trailer.
Exactly.
They see
The 1 minute.
trailer,
The
yeah.
1 minute. Exactly.
The trailer side of it. And me personally, I don't even.
It's fine. That's what's gonna happen when we shoot out in the public. We're gonna
gonna
get people
happen.
come through. Don't worry.
Me personally, I love the development side of things.
Yeah.
I love doing development. I love coming up with an idea and packaging it together and getting it ready to be greenlit to go into pre-production. By the time we get to production, I don't want to be on set. I don't want to go to set anymore. I don't need to go to set. The only reason I go to set is to troubleshoot any problems that are happening there. That's my only job. I'll pick it up again when it goes to post, because that's where the story actually gets made.
Yeah.
And then into distribution, where you want to send it out to as many eyes as you can possibly get it on, your bums in seats, basically. I love the development side of it. And where being a producer helps is everybody's got ideas. Everyone. I'll walk through Dubai and cherry pick 10,000 people out of a crowd, and I guarantee you 80 to 90% of them will have an amazing idea for a movie.
Yeah.
But they can't make it happen. As a producer, as someone in the film industry, like Steele, like you, we can make it happen because we have the resources and the network to put it together. And an idea is never just a script. It's never just words on a page. A script is nothing. Even if it's a fully developed, amazing script, it's still nothing until you've packaged it together. And how do you package it together? You got to add talent. You got to add the technical, the heads of department to it. You got to get a distributor on board.
The grips, everything.
Exactly. So it's everyone thinks, oh, I've got this amazing script. I get 10,000 phone calls a day from people just saying, oh, I got an amazing idea. And I'm like, oh, well, what do you? I'm a call center agent in the arse end of the world. And he's got this amazing script. And it's like, well, you know what I mean? But the script attracts talent.
Yeah.
So the cast and the directors will love it. Yes, I want to be involved in this. That's boom. That's package one. Then the talent attracts a distributor. Now the distribution may change. The studios, whether it be Netflix, whether it be you going online, whatever the case may be. What is this? Where is this going to go out that it's going to maximize viewership? That distribution, once that's on board, now the money men get involved because now the money men are saying, okay, so there are going to be X amount of people that are going to be, seeing this thing. I have a chance to get my money back. Or if it's a brand, I'm going to have as maximum amount of eyes. And that's the A-list talent. They give a portion of that. The distribution gives another portion to that, and it just grows, and that's how you sell it. And that's how you package it. Now it's ready. Now it's ready to be greenlit, which means someone just has to sign a check, and we're ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Packaging that is what we do in the film industry. We don't just sit in a room thumb-sucking ideas.
That's what interests me so much about the film industry. You got to have such a good team, and there's so many elements. People watch movies on TV and they think, oh well, somebody just went out there, shot it, and I mean, I know it's people think of more intricately than that, but there are so many elements. Like maybe you can elaborate on how important it is to have a good team around you.
Oh, this is a collaborative process, 100%. Yes, you got social media influencers that are running around with a camera and a laptop and they're editing their own equipment, but they're never going to make a feature film. These guys are building an audience, using their little content on their social media. And once they've got an audience, now they're a product. Now brands are going to them. And then I attach them to a bigger team that's going to do something elaborate with them. Now I need a director, and he needs assistants, and he needs a DOP that knows, and he needs a gaffer that knows lighting, and he needs all of these people. Because the technical guys aren't technical guys. They don't just walk onto set and push a button. Steele's a director. He's got to take a vision. He has a vision of an idea, of a script. He takes it and he goes, I want to shoot it like this. And he comes into the room like a rainbow. I want flowers and this and this and this. The technical team behind him, his heads of departments for the lighting, for the art department, for everything, have to take what he says and break it down into its technicalities. How do we make that happen? So the man wants a purple flower rainbow in the back wall. How do we do that? How do you physically do that so you can shoot it? And that's what they do. Nice. That's why experience is so much, is so important. And that is why it's so important to have the correct team.
Absolutely, dude. Talking about experience, give us a bit about your background.
Look, my earliest days, I did more feature film, television series. I've done a lot of television. In fact, that's where I met this guy. He was a DOP when I was directing.
Those were interesting times. we met on a show called She's the One.
Yeah, She's the One.
And,
he's the one.
Oh God, that was Mike was actually he wasn't a director on there,
AD.
but you were an AD.
I was an AD.
And I think after the first episode, they fired the director
and put me on.
And put you on as director.
Nice. There we go.
So we had a lot of fun. I think I don't know how many we did 2 seasons of that, but that was a very cookie cutter kind of on TV. Just shot very quickly. Not the biggest budget. And it was
like
just
that Tyra Banks show. What was it on that? It was like that America's Next Top Model.
Exactly.
Nice.
In South Africa. Well, we were all over. It was Joburg based, but we travelled the country.
The travel show. How many countries did you visit, by the way?
One that I did winging it was 22 countries in a year.
22 countries.
It's madness, huh?
That's
Madness.
That's
It
insane.
was insane. And I was writing, producing, and directing.
Yeah, that's another hobby of yours. I mean, not hobby, but like profession of yours is writing scripts.
I'm first and foremost a script writer.
Script writer. There we go. Exactly. So this is what I am.
It's good to have on the team.
Yeah, he's
Good to
like
have on the team.
he's a man of everything, dude.
When he ain't working on set or producing, he's writing scripts.
Do you see that also happening here, or is it more in the West? Like, in that perspective.
Television's dying worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, the only place you have television is in third world countries when it's free to air and people can't afford data. But in countries like this and in first world countries where people can afford data, everything's moving online.
Streaming.
Everything. Between him and I, we've done 40 episodes of a travel series which we did for Dubai Tourism. That travel series has taken us all over Dubai. And we've done 40 episodes, and it's all just for their social media account.
Wow.
And that's it. It's for their social. And they're giving me budgets that I used to do TV shows with back in South Africa. And it's mad. But it works.
Yeah.
Well, that's
works.
why everyone's on this now.
Yeah.
The audience is there. You've got to be where the audience is.
Exactly.
The old days of box office results, like how many tickets did we sell? That's gone.
Oh yeah.
That's gone. That's
Seriously.
done.
We went to the cinemas the other day. I mean, and man, it was dead empty, man. Like,
This is the thing. So the audiences have moved. So we need to adapt as filmmakers to get there. Which brings me to another point: technology, and because we rely heavily on technology
Yeah.
and tech to make our business. I mean, we need cameras, we need people to operate them, we need gear because we have to get something on screen. And this is where I'm seeing a downturn from everyone. And then just give me a second to get through this. You can cut as much of this
no,
out as you
no,
want.
I want to hear. I
But
want to
this
hear,
is the
baby.
thing. In information technology, they teach you that every time the world's information doubles, the information in the world doubles, technology improvements on the last technology gets shorter and smaller and smaller. I mean, 20 years ago, a new mobile phone came out every 2 years.
Yeah.
Now, I'll guarantee you they got stockpiles of the new one waiting to release next week. You know what I mean? It's just getting faster and faster and faster. And if you go right back to the first piece of technology, let's go as far back as we can, like fire was probably the first technology some grubby caveman discovered. And however they got it, who do you believe how they got it? You believe the atheists, lightning strike hit the tree. You believe the Greeks, it was some god who stole it and gave it to. You believe the Egyptians, it was Sekhet or whatever his name is. And, you know, however they got it. But what have they done with it since then? And you just get shorter and shorter. So you go fire. That's from there, where do we go? 100,000 BC, stone tools. 8,000 BC, the wheel. 800 BC, the sundial. 14th century AD, you got gunpowder, which is a game changer, that one. 1440, the printing press, okay, just as impactful. 19th century, you got railroads, steam engines, the light bulb. 20th century, internet, computers, automobiles, aircraft, the internet, obviously a huge one. 21st century, you've got biotech, nanotech, you've got CRISPR, you've got M theory, you've got, my God. And that's just in the first 20th century. Or the first 2 decades, I mean, it's just the first 2 decades. We're now scratching the tip of the surface of artificial intelligence at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's already changed the game.
Yeah.
It's already changed the game.
It's scary, man.
It's so scary. And it's not even, we haven't even broken the top of the surface yet. And anybody out there that's not adopting it, and this going back to these guys that own these massive multinational corporations, because the status quo has worked for them. It's made them billionaires. So they don't want to adopt it yet. No. Those people are going to go right back to the Stone Ages because their competitors are using it, and it's just going to run them over.
Yeah.
And they're so scared to adopt it. And as a filmmaker, I have to keep up with it because I'm going to get left behind just as much as them. You're going to take your share prices and your company and you're going to put yourself back centuries while your competitors overrun you because you're too afraid to try something that's new and improved. Artificial intelligence and Web3 technology is the next logical step.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's logical, and it's no longer speculation. It's now a reality.
Yeah. Absolutely, dude.
And as a filmmaker, I need to figure out ways how to use that technology to, 1, create my content, 2, help me with distribution, 3, help me finance, I mean, there's so many new possibilities. So why are we looking at it like it's scared? And this is the part where production is starting to, like, people aren't adopting it fast enough. And yes, I know sometimes it's a slow uptake, but it's
But they
you've
said in
gotta
the old
keep up.
ways.
They said.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think is going to happen now that are you able to get even more filthier because it's unreal, but then it's
That's
crazier?
still a story.
Yeah.
It's just a story. It's a
exactly.
story. We storytellers at the end, and first and foremost. So it doesn't matter how wild it can go or how it was made. At the end of the day, you're trying to entertain an audience, or you're trying to inform an audience.
People
or
always
educate.
want to be entertained.
They're always
and
going
it
to want to
doesn't-
be. Entertainment wins all the time.
Absolutely.
Entertainment wins. And yes, if you can have a little element in there where you inform them about something or you educate them about another thing, then that's perfect. That's the best of both worlds. But people go to movies because they want to escape the world. So you want to make it as crazy as it can be, because they don't go to a movie. Like, how many people have you heard in your life go, I wish they'd just be more realistic? Like, no, dude, I don't go to the movie to go and see realism. I'll just look out my window. I'm going to escape. I want to go see some dude with a big gun drive a car and through a building. I want to see this. You know what I mean? I don't want to, and so entertainment is so important, and it applies to everything. Because he's a creative, you're a creative, and I'd like to think I'm a creative.
You are.
People laugh at me when I go, my passion is storytelling. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, yes, okay, I get it. It's a cheesy line, but creatives are storytellers. That's all you're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. And we've just chosen to make that our profession rather than try and do something else. So whether you're trying, it doesn't matter what kind of a creative you are, you're simply trying to tell a story. Whether you're an author writing a book, a filmmaker making a movie, a musician trying to write a new song, a dancer coming up with new moves, or a chef coming up with a new dish. It's all just them trying to tell an audience a story, their story. We don't do it because we think it's cute or because we think it's going to get us laid or anything like that. We do it because, and this is going to get a little bit touchy-feely here, but we do it because we're part of the human race, and the human race is run by emotion and passion. I don't give a shit how cold you think you are. Your emotions run you. You go speak to a CEO. If he's in a bad mood, you ain't getting shit. If he's in a good mood, you're getting it. So we're an emotional kind. Look, medicine, finance, technology, engineering, these are all noble professions and very necessary to sustain our way of life. But drama, love, romance, music, dance, taste, these are the things we stay alive for.
Absolutely, yeah.
As a creative, that's just what we're trying to do, and we're just trying to make a living out of it. And you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the technology brings or what new. I mean, AI can go sentient in 5 years, we wouldn't even know, and things will change again. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're just trying to tell people a story to help them either learn something or escape something.
You've put it so beautifully, and I completely agree. You know, and in that motion of saying that, what is your next passion of storytelling? What is your next project now that you've joined Watch My Eye, as we all now announcing it? Welcome to the team, Mikey.
Yeah, bye.
On board.
So what is your
Bring
next?
us some money.
Make some cash.
I ain't eating toast for like another 2 months, bro.
No, I tell you what I'd like to do. Like what I used to do in South Africa and in New York and in London was I used to do what they called advertiser-funded content, because we had a couple of shows that was commissioned by a broadcaster, but a lot of the TV shows we did was sponsored by a brand. You know, when you're watching a show, it's proudly brought to you by Etisalat.
Yeah.
It's that type of show. So they're paying for it, and they're buying the airtime from the stations. And you know what I mean? So you're not beholden to the TV station. You're beholden to your client who's actually paying for it. And you can still make amazing entertainment content. We did it. I mean, we won awards for it. They didn't have a model like that here. So when this COVID lockdown happened, in my mind, 30 years ago, and I wrote this idea for this travel series, which is the travel series we've been doing now for the past 3 years.
Wow.
So they just bought straight into it. There's a need for that here.
Yeah.
People aren't doing that here. They're not everybody's sitting there waiting at the trough, waiting for clients and agencies to give them their little crumb so that they can feed themselves, because they all want to just facilitate someone else's ideas.
Yeah.
No.
Watch
My Eye needs to be the first of a kind, needs to be the ideation, needs to be the think tank. We need to create the idea, going back, package it, here's the A-list talent and everything that we've got attached to this, ready to go, and then take it to the market. And we can tailor it to whatever brand or whatever finance. If it's an individual venture capitalist doing it, we'll figure out a way to how to make him money, and we can do it. But we need to create the ideas and then take it to market, because that is huge. Absolutely. It's huge. And that can be feature films, TV shows, web series, it doesn't matter.
I can't wait. I can't wait. This is something it's gonna be insane. I can't wait for us to actually present it and show it, but we ain't gonna do that yet.
It's exciting, mate, because it's it'll be our baby, but also we're gonna have so much input into it.
Yes.
Where a lot of the times we just present it with an idea, go ahead and shoot it, go ahead and produce it. But this is gonna be this is the exciting part for me and for us, is that it's the start of coming together with new ideas and packaging and sending them off.
And I'm not trying to plug Watch My Eye. This is not a plug. But what I like about it is, because we are very collaborative with every other film, we may miss something in an idea we create. We don't know, we're too close to it. But we bring in creatives from all over, and we say, sit down and involve yourself here, and we give away sections of the project for them to do. And the more creatives you have on it, the better the script is going to be. Draft one of a script is shit. That's just shoveling the sand in to build the sand castle. Now you got to build the castle. You need to get to draft 7, and that's the same with these pitch decks. And it's the same with everything else. And I actually also want to write a feature film, a low-cost feature film, which I've spoken to Steele about, and we're going to shoot it ourselves as our own content and release it free for the world to watch.
Exactly.
I think that's very important.
That's important, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's the main reason why we've gotten to this. You know, when we were sitting there and we were discussing this idea, this brand itself, it was mainly because of art. We were so passionate. I thought over the times that we were working for different companies and so forth, it's there, but then you kind of get diluted into the brand, and you're not able to express yourself enough, you know. And I think this is the point. Like, I'm not trying to say that I wasn't able to express myself, but I'm saying now I can even drive it. I can even, you know, and that's the main reason, and that's the foundation that we want to build Watch My Eye on. You know what I mean? And we're not here to say this is a bad idea. This is a bad. No, it's like, this is an idea. Let's go. Let's learn from it. Is it going to be successful? Maybe, I don't know, but we're going to learn from it, regardless whether it succeeds or it fails, or not even fails. But whatever happens, we're going to learn from it. And that's one thing that I'm so happy and so blessed that we have that same ideology in our heads. You know what I mean?
It also gets the creative juices flowing all the time, because you do get stagnant a lot of the times when, as you say, you're shooting for other people's stuff, and it's ongoing projects, and it's not really what you want to do, but you do it because, you know, you've got to do it.
It's not just our
creative. It's creative. Yeah, we'll do it for sure. But I'm saying, with our time now, shooting stuff that we're not even selling, just for our own personal kind of gain, gets those juices flowing. You know? A lot of the times I've been in year upon year where I've just haven't shot anything that I've wanted to shoot. And it becomes a bit stagnant in your head, and you get into this rut, and then I shoot a project with not selling, but just for me, and even if it's a 5-minute video, and that brings back those creative juices again. You know,
it's like, do your shit, and then you're able to get all the endorphins going through your brain and everything, and you're just like, all right, now I can be creative, and you can take that into any brand, whatever you're working on a project with from a different company or different brand, and you can plug in those ideas. He's like, oh, we've done this, we've tried this before personally. Let's do it for you too, you know, or this works, it works. So that's the best part about it. You know?
And you have to be open to receiving that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you're so blindsided by your own hubris, you're finished.
Yeah.
You're finished. This is a collaborative process, and that is it. You can't bulldoze anybody down. Remember, it's art and money.
Yeah.
You're marrying those two together. You give me an unlimited budget, I'll give you whatever the hell you want. You give me a limited budget, I'll give you what you want, but I'm going to have to just be a little creative about how I get there. You know
it's like that image that they did. The artist is like drawing a nice horse, and then all of a sudden budgets were cut. You know what I mean? It's just like a stick figure horse.
But you got a horse.
Exactly. But
you
got
get
a horse.
what you pay for.
Exactly.
But you got a horse.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, the sun is setting. It's so beautiful. Unreal. So just before we wrap it up, we just want to kind of ask you whatever you want to speak about currently, and how do you feel? What is your give back to our audience of if they ever want to do or create a brand or run a company, run a business? What is your take on this?
Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, look, what I want to take from this is, and the reason I wanted to join you guys, because we all share the same mindset, is because I'm getting tired of producing stuff just for a paycheck. And I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to facilitate someone else's work and do it. And I've been doing it for years and years. And I'm happy to do that. But I'd also like to now start doing something that's going to leave a mark that's mine. I mean, you're passionate about what you do. He's passionate about what he does. And I'm passionate about
legacy
what I do.
of some
I want to
sort.
leave a legacy
nice.
of sorts. And if I have to answer that question for you, I'm actually going to ask you a question to answer that question. And this is going to get, once again, touchy-feely. I'm just getting all emotional.
That's what I like to hear.
No. It's like think about life.
Like that every day.
Think, yeah.
Think about life.
Think about life like a big theater production, the theater of life. And the theater of life goes on. Some guys live their entire lives in some dead-end job, waking up 5:30, they go to some job that they hate, to come home and spend some medial time with their kids and their loved one, go to bed just to repeat it every single day, and they don't ever achieve their dreams. I'm not saying bring your life to a grinding halt, but you can at least chase something that you like. Because whether you live or die, the theater of life is going to go on. And every person in the world, him, you, this, everybody watching this, everyone gets to contribute a scene. One scene to the theater of life. That's it. My question to you and to everybody, what will your scene be?
Boom. Boom. There we go. Simple. And with that, we'll wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, Mikey. Yeah, amazing. This is just the first of many. Mikey's definitely coming back. He might even host a podcast here at Listen to My Eye.
I want to bring some guys on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
we're going to bring
definitely.
We got some talent coming on.
Absolutely. This is why we created this platform for people to come and have a voice and speak. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, or don't like it. If you don't like it,
where's the
make
button?
sure
Where's the button?
it's somewhere. If you don't like it, make sure you leave a comment and tell us why you don't like it. Okay.
Every comment.
Yes. Every unlocked comment goes at Senate.
At Senate. Yeah.
You are caca.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The sun is setting so beautifully.
Lovely.
Thank you, Michael Essey.
My boys.
Steel Stride, Sebastian Opitz. Thank you
Always.
again for always
Stay
supporting, brother.
tuned.
Stay tuned and
fast.
to the
Camera's
next
mine,
one.
that's what.
Remember, listen to your heart. The future is now. That's right here. Welcome to the Eye, baby.